government. President of the TUC, Festus Osifo, made these statements in an interview on a televised program today. According to him, the TUC is open to conversations and bargaining with the government, stressing that regardless of the reassurances of various state governors to look into the matter, a lot of states in Nigeria are still struggling to pay the current minimum wage for workers. The former special advisor to the president on National Assembly matters, Senator Ita Enang, has today blamed the National Assembly for the failure of the Nigerian economy, the rising debt profile of the country, and the collapse of the national currency. Senator Enang, who spoke at the public presentation of a magazine dedicated to reporting events in the parliament, stated that the failure of the National Assembly to ask relevant questions was responsible for the problems in the economy. Enang, who served as chairman of both the House and Senate Committee on Rules and Business, disclosed further that both chambers of the National Assembly have never published any report of their oversight functions as required of them or asked critical questions about the nation's debt. He further stated that even though the lawmakers have often embarked on oversight to see what the ministries, departments, and agencies are doing, they have never brought their report to the floor of the parliament for deliberations as required of them. Moving on, the Nigeria Customs Service has launched its advanced ruling system today to meet the 5.07 trillion revenue target set by the federal government for 2024. The Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, stated that the Customs Service is executing various strategies to achieve its goals, provided that it has the right tools and measures. According to him, the advanced ruling system is a critical mechanism that allows traders to obtain binding decisions from customs administrations on the classification, origin, and valuation of goods before importation. He further explained that the tool is essential for promoting trade facilitation, reducing compliance costs, and fostering a conducive business environment. Recognizing the importance of the advanced ruling system, both the World Customs Organizations WCO and the World Trade Organization WTO have emphasized its significance in facilitating international trade and promoting customs compliance. And to Osun State. The former Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Osun State, Prince Adebayo Adeleke, has tackled the former Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola over alleged anti-party activities. Recall that Aregbesola had been at loggerheads with the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola. The crisis allegedly caused Oyetola his re-election as Osun State Governor in 2022. It also alleged that in 2023, Aregbesola worked against the presidential ambition of his benefactor, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, by creating a group within the party which allegedly worked for the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. Meanwhile, at the Osun APC Central Senatorial District meeting held at the party secretariat, Osogbo, Prince Adeleke berated Aregbesola for making himself a tool to destabilize the party and ruin the winning chances of APC during the 2022 Guba elections and 2023 general elections. And moving on to the state of Harmony, Kwara State. One of the leading property agents in Ilorin, Quick Access Micro and Macro Limited, has once again demonstrated its commitment to supporting academic excellence by presenting cash awards to outstanding students of Cherubim and Seraphim Secondary School, Saboke, Ilorin, Kwara State. 4 exceptional students from Senior Secondary School 1 and 2 received cash awards for their outstanding performances in mathematics and economics. The recipients included Deborah Ampitan, Ibrahim Olayemi Aishat, Bello Adeshewa Suzanne, and Isiaku Sarah Mercy, with each of the 4 students receiving cash awards of 100,000 naira for their outstanding performances. The Chief Operating Officer of Quick Access, Mrs. Bolanle Ojo, emphasized the company's vision to transform rural areas into urban centers through a unique credit system, enabling people to purchase properties and pay over a 10-year period. The school principal, Mrs. Folashade Abifarin, also expressed her profound gratitude to Quick Access Micro and Macro Limited for their generosity, acknowledging the significant impact of their cash awards on the students' academic journey. Moving on, the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church worldwide has officially installed Most Senior Special Apostle Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Abiodun Alogbo as the 6th Baba Aladura in a ceremony steeped in tradition and spiritual significance. The event, which took place against the serene slopes of Mount Horeb yesterday, drew notable figures from both within and without the church and wider community. The ascension of Most Senior Special Apostle Prophet Dr. Alogbo to the revered position of our spiritual father and chairman of the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church signifies a pivotal movement in the history of the faith, ushering in a new era of leadership and guidance for its global congregation. This symbolic gesture, witnessed by congregants and dignitaries alike, signifies not just a change in leadership, but a profound shift in the direction and spirit of the church. As the old flag was respectfully retired, it marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, filled with hope, renewal, and fresh vision. Still with Kwara State, the Minister for Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, has praised the commitment and drive of Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak in making the dream of grooming 3 million technology talent 3MTT across Nigeria a reality in the state. Represented by the community manager of the initiative, Ibrahim Fukili, the minister spoke today in Ilorin at the graduation ceremony for the 3MTT cohort and launch of the Kwara Digital Economy Platform.
Kwara is very, very huge, and then that's actually made Kwara the best when it comes to 3MTT support so far. And then the governor is giving support, resources support like laptop, as you can see. No other state is doing that, honestly. So it's very, very, I think we need to give a round of applause for the governor for that.
Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak, who was ably represented at the event by his senior special advisor and councillor Alhaji Saudu Salahu, while acknowledging the role of digital economy, charged the graduates to put to good use the skills learnt during the course of the training.
It opens Kwara State to global investment. It opens the state to investors. Like I told you, we're in an age where $1 trillion of investment are conducted in the twinkling of an eye in the digital space. So the investment essentially opens Kwara State to a lot of foreign investors, to a lot of investors on digital economy, and it transforms the state, like I told you, from what it used to be to a digitally prepared economy in the global community.
A holistic therapist and a graduate of animation under the program, Mrs. Hamuda Suliat Kainde and Mr. Tolulokwe Amau, said the skills gained will help attract more clients to their businesses.
I am an holistic wellness therapist. So looking for a tech skill that I could use to promote my holistic wellness business, I saw animation. Animation is something I can use to tell stories, to promote holistic wellness. So I sought out to learn the skill of animation. Now that I've gained this skill, so far, I have been able to tell little stories as to how people can improve on their health holistically using holistic therapy via animation.
I joined this program in order to upgrade myself. And ever since I've been part of this program, I have really learned so much. And in the future, I hope to create value that will help the country. Thank you.
The event, hosted by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Digital Innovation, Honorable Shola Kayode, had in attendance some members of the State Executive Council and some active players in Kwara digital space. The news across the world is reaching you live from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. We're going to break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign, business, entertainment, and sports stories. Do stay tuned.
We've all heard about home fires taking lives and destroying all that a family owns. These tragedies are reminders for us to double-check for fire safety. Make sure your home has properly installed and working smoke alarms. Practice a fire escape plan. Never leave cooking food unattended for long. Teach children never to hide but leave if there's a fire. Switch off all electrical appliances when not in use. In cases of fire, remember, the most important thing to do is to protect lives first.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that break. You're still listening to the news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. We now move on to the foreign scene. Several flights to Dubai have been cancelled and diverted today as a heavy rain hit the United Arab Emirates, UAE, for the second time in a month. According to the airport authority, 5 inbound flights were diverted overnight, while 9 arriving and 4 departing flights were cancelled. Authorities have therefore warned residents to stay home, announcing that they should work remotely and that schools should hold classes online. Although today's rain did not cause major problems or flooding, authorities, however, issued warnings in order for citizens to take caution. Still on the foreign scene, dozens of college campuses across the U.S. have been taken over by students protesting against the war in Gaza. More than 1,000 demonstrators have been arrested as universities struggle to deal with encampment days before graduation ceremonies. In Los Angeles, police have, however, moved in to dismantle protesters' barricades at UCLA after uncircling the campus. The students are demanding that the schools with massive financial endowments sell off stocks in Israeli companies or cut financial ties. And that's it from the foreign scene. Up next is Business Update. Do stay tuned.
Diamond FM Business News.
And in the world of business, the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Company, Corporation, NDIC, has increased deposit insurance coverage for all licensed deposit-taking financial institutions. NDIC Managing Director and Chief Executive Bello Hassan announced this at a briefing in Abuja. He said the increment applies to deposit money banks, DMBs, microfinance banks, MFBs, primary mortgage banks, PMBs, payment service banks, PSBs, and mobile money operators. The increased deposit insurance coverage levels will take effect immediately, covering Nigerians' greater peace of mind when saving their money with licensed financial institutions. And that's it in business.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
And in entertainment, Nigerian Afrobeat singer Adedamola, widely known as Fireball DML, has stated that he and his colleagues David Ikubo, also known as Rema, decided on a collaboration to prove a point to fans who expected a beef from them. Speaking in an interview with Apple Music's Ebro, Fireboy stated that they took the decision because they are advanced and that they are also the leading stars of the new generation. Fireboy and Rema became subject of comparisons on social media after hitting stardom in the same year. The comparisons, however, subsided after Fireboy featured Rema on a track titled Compromise of his third studio album, Playboy.
Rema are like the two leading artists of our generation, without a doubt. And then we came together and realized that, instead of giving these fans what they want, which is beef, let's collaborate. We're too advanced for this stuff. So we came together and we won't even give them the obvious club banger that they want. We will come together and make proper music. And that's what we did. We have other songs that are immediate club bangers, but they did not fit into the vision that I had for this album.
And that's the voice of Fireboy speaking with regards to relationship with himself and Rema.
Diamond FM Sports News.
And from the exciting world of sport, for the first time this season, Super Eagles and Atalanta forward Ademola Lookman has been nominated for the Serie A Player of the Month for April. The 26-year-old was one of the key performers for Atalanta in the month under review, registering a goal and 3 assists for his club in the month. Gian Pero Gasperin's side are battling to secure a place in the UEFA Champions League next season, as they already in the final over Coppa Italia and semi-final of UEFA Europa League. Meanwhile, Lookman will look to defeat Lazio's Luis Herbato, Gunners star Alberta Gudmundsson and Paulo Dybala are over AS Roma, Napoli winger Matteo Pochettino and Inter Milan's Hakan Calhanoglu to win the awards. Still in sport. Days after winning the best goalkeeper in the French top flight, Chiamaka Nnadozie has been nominated for yet another top award in France. The Paris FC star, alongside Olympique Lyon goalkeeper Christian Endler, Katarzyna Kedzierknek over PSG, FC Fleury's Chloe Ngaze, and Kinga Zemek over Stade de Reims were nominated for the National Union of Professional Footballers UNFP Goalkeepers of the Year award. The 23-year-old now has the opportunity to win another award in what has been a remarkable season. The Super Falcons, also goalkeeper, was also named in the Team of the Season awards. And a sport update. And with that update in sport, we've come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, here is the recap of the major highlights. Earlier, we told you that 615,000 naira minimum wage proposal negotiable, says that TUC. Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church worldwide installs 6th Baba Aladura. Also, first batch of 3 million technical talent trainees graduate in Kwara. On the foreign scene, Dubai flight disrupted as heavy rain hit the UAE. Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation increases deposit insurance coverage for banks. And in entertainment, Fireboy DML explains why he collaborated with Rema despite expected beef. And in sport, Lookman battles 5 players for Serie A Player of the Month. Did you know that on this day in 2011, the founder of Al-Qaeda militant group that claimed responsibility for a series of terrorist attacks on the United States, especially the 9/11 attack, Osama bin Laden, was killed by a U.S. Army commando? Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM Newsroom on 0916 062 7526. You can reach us via 0916 062 7526. The news was compiled and edited by Nedu Okorie, and I am Joseph EGBERIBE. Many thanks for choosing your shining Supreme Radio station. Do stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
Drug abuse affects both brain and behavior. It has multifaceted impacts on one's body, mind, and nervous system. However, you can avoid being addicted by giving zero tolerance to the use of drugs. Associate yourself with the right persons. Do not give in to peer pressure and learn to handle life's pressure rather than resorting to hard substances.